Let's go. Let's go. What do we got? Oh, it's sticky again. And the sky is not blue. Let's try walking down this path, Rex. Let's walk this way. A little different way. Through the hosta. And the tiger lily. And the air conditioning unit. And believe it or not, in that room, that's the first place I ever slept the day we got married. Right here at the Corner Center and Chester, where it's a foggy start on Nantucket, but the sun is going to come out. These are the signs you look for when you want to take your dog for a walk. I'm so glad that your dog can't see my dog, because otherwise it would be very noisy right now. So I bet the butters to the land bank have mixed feelings. Very thick air this morning. Temperature and dew point is in the low 70s. Heavy dew in the grass, heavy fog in the air. This is moisture. Moisture is fuel. Along with sunshine, moisture, and wind up in the sky, and a convergence zone that is a front near the ground, the stage is set for some pretty hefty thunderstorms around New England today, especially across inland areas. It's probably not going to rain anywhere near the south coast, but we'll talk more about that in a second. I want to get a little deeper in here because I'm loud and there are houses all over the place. So anyhow, let's go right to what it makes up a thunderstorm anyway. It's basically warm, humid air rising up into a cooling air mass aloft with a bulk of wind coming in. So let's look at the wind around lunchtime, up around 500 millibars. This is called the vorticity chart, and you see that triangle near Albany, New York. That's 50 knot wind up in the sky. Probably up over 12,000 feet, and not much wind near the ground, so that creates an environment with lift. You talk about lifted index -7 Celsius. That means an air parcel rising from the ground up to 18,000 feet is going to be 7 degrees Celsius warmer than the surrounding air. So if you have warm air moving into colder air aloft, it's going to cause buoyancy, and that air is going to rise, cool, and condense. Then you have a thing called CAPE, convective available potential energy. And here's the chart for that this afternoon. And it's about 2,000 joules per kilogram. That's the amount of work that is going to be done by the air mass rising. And that is significant, substantial enough for a supercell development this afternoon. And so we're going to expect winds gusting past 55 miles an hour. That's what causes damage. Tremendous amounts of lightning and hail. And there is a slight potential for tornadoes, but the helicity spin available in the lower and mid-atmosphere is not that great. But there is a chance for an isolated tornado. We've seen a couple of those already this week. Yeah, we're at Lily Pond Park again. I don't see any lilies. Maybe if there was a pond, that would be helpful. There is some water down there. Well, there was. It has not rained very much. We could use a rinse here at the south coast, but that's not going to happen. What about the wind today? Let's look at Nantucket here. And there, weather.us, you see the chart, shows the wind gusting past 30 miles an hour from the south this afternoon. So it's not that windy right now, but so you can go to the beach this morning. The fog will turn into sunshine, and it's going to be a very windy afternoon. We did a surf cast yesterday. Hopefully you had a chance to look at that. Went surfing yesterday. Well, I tried. I got out there for a couple of minutes. And then what's going to happen? This front comes through. Let's go 5 o'clock. There's the thunderstorm potential. And then it maxes out between 5 and 9 o'clock. Probably the Merrimack Valley and points north for the worst thunderstorms. But anybody could get a storm, especially from the Connecticut-Massachusetts border, points north. But the precipitation amount, you can see the NAM high res, which didn't do a great job the other day, has 2 max zones, one from about central New York to near the New Hampshire seacoast, and then not much on the Maine coast, and then another batch, looks like almost 3 or 4 inches there in western Maine. That's a rough estimate. It could be almost inverted of that. In other words, that dry zone could be the wettest zone. We'll have to watch and see how that works out. And then tomorrow, humidity comes down a little bit. Look at the Boston meteorograph, and you see the blue line going down to near 50 tomorrow in Boston, even though the temperature is in the mid-90s. So it's going to be day 3 of the heat wave today, day 4 tomorrow, day 5 Saturday, day 6 Sunday. Here's that 14-day we keep showing. Look, it's not 100 on Sunday anymore. It's only 99. Right. But the euro, that's the euro operational right there, by the way. And so you can see the uncertainty. The uncertainty still has a chance for mid-90s on Monday, but most of the other guidance here, you can see all the different guidance, shows the temperature on Monday mostly in the 80s. So most likely it's day 6. Sunday is the last day of this heat wave. Not sure if we broke any records. Yesterday in Boston, that sea breeze did develop, but we still made it into the low 90s before the sea breeze. No sea breeze today. The wind's going to be from the south, and with the clouds incoming, Boston might not be as hot today, but it's going to be very sticky before it gets less humid tomorrow. What else do we want to talk about? Next week looks pretty nice. Great week for a vacation again, and really enjoying our time here. Let's see if I can find something interesting to put after this. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Interesting. Those trees are goners. They're going to come down. The invasives. Doesn't this look like bamboo? But if you look at the trunk, it does not look like bamboo. But I think you could make some nice spears out of this. And also interesting that we have, grapes. I wonder if there's a competition to get down here when these things ripen, so you can pick the first grapes. T-Rex can't wait to go home. We're gonna go have some coffee now. I made eggs on the grill the other day. We don't have a very good kitchen, but eggs on the grill. Coming back here in a little while, like August. Let's check these grapes. Is that Carolina Wren? All right, one more. Blackberries, I think. Plenty of those too. No wonder the birds love it here. And everybody else does. And cattails, indicating fresh water. And morning glories. All right, that's it for real now.